I like to be the guy to give you a cold, brutal, honest assessment of things that are going on in this country. The mainstream media won't. You're not going to see this in the New York Times. You're not going to hear this on CNN. But the fact of the matter is, the Biden family in general and Joe Biden in particular are facing a real world of hurt over what's happening in this Hunter Biden case. Hunter Biden, after thinking he was going to get a sweetheart deal in court yesterday, wound up having to plead not guilty to gun and tax charges. And frankly, I didn't think anybody was really disputing his guilt or innocence. I mean, the excuse has been he was under the influence of drugs, he was at a low point in his life, you know, the whole father's love for his son stuff. And I'm not trying to pile on a family turmoil of a drug-addicted son. But let's get real here. We're talking about the President of the United States potentially being compromised. After this plea deal completely fell apart yesterday, shocking everybody, this new arrangement leaves open the chance that there will be indeed future arrests, indictments, money laundering, all kinds of stuff that this guy may have done. And it gets back to, again, what did Joe Biden know? They're clearly lying about Biden's knowledge of his son's business dealings. Now Karine Jean-Pierre is pathetically pivoting. I mean, you know, she's just given marching orders. What's she going to do? She's just saying she's just a mouthpiece for the administration. She has been saying all along, and Joe Biden has been saying all along, that Joe Biden knew nothing of his son's business dealings. Now they've changed the language to say he wasn't in business with his son. And that is hardly a distinction without a difference. I actually almost feel sorry for Karine Jean-Pierre. This is her desperately trying to get out of the hole that she dug for herself when she kept insisting that Joe Biden knew nothing of his son's shady business dealings with countries like China and Ukraine.
Ago, you said that nothing has changed when you were asked about the president's previous remarks on his son's business dealings, but the language has in fact changed. So I just want to clear this up once and for all. The president has previously said that he has never discussed overseas business dealings with his son, but the White House now says that the president has never been in business with his son. So why the updated language? Which statement is true? Or is this semantics and they're both true?
As I stated on Monday, when I was asked this question multiple times, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed on this. Nothing has changed on this. And so you could ask me a million different ways on this question. Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed? Everything has changed. Why are you now saying that Joe Biden wasn't in business with his son, Hunter? Oh my gosh. And of course, there's the father's love of a son defense. Here was her saying that Hunter Biden is just a private citizen. Leave him alone.
Hunter Biden is a private citizen, and this was a personal matter for him. As we have said, the president, the first lady, they love their son, and they support him as he continues to rebuild his life. This case was handled independently, as all of you know, by the Justice Department under the leadership of a prosecutor appointed by the former president, President Trump.
He's just a private citizen. Did you see the motorcade that Hunter Biden pulled up into court with yesterday? We tweeted that out yesterday. If you follow me on Twitter, and I hope you do, more and more people are. I still got a long way to go to get to some of the stratospheric numbers of my colleagues. I'm at Radio Talker Mike, and I've been engaged in Twitter now that Elon Musk is running things more than ever. The left hates Elon Musk, so that's a good reason for me to start playing in that sandbox again. So follow me on Twitter at Radio Talker Mike, or look for the Mike Gallagher Show. You'll find it at Radio Talker Mike. And I retweeted a video of the Hunter Biden motorcade yesterday. Oh, yeah, he's got a full-fledged motorcade. Oh, doesn't every private citizen get a private motorcade, as I tweeted? Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, this is the old a father loves his son defense. When they're playing that card, when they're pulling that card out of the deck, you know they're in trouble. Check out Claire McCaskill. She's a former Democrat senator. Now she's a pundit. She's a talking head over at MSNBC. Here she is with Circleback Psaki talking about a father's love of a son and how we Republicans are just being mean about it all.
They are going to try to indict a father for loving his son who has been addicted to drugs and or alcohol, and without evidence of the father doing anything other than loving that son. And that, I think, doesn't fly with most of the American people. It may fly.
You can't make it up. You can't make it up. You can't make that up. We're trying to indict a president over his love of his son. They're trying to indict a father for loving his son who has been addicted to drugs and or alcohol. That's the talking point that the Democrats are desperately clinging to. They sure didn't invoke that defense when they were going after Donald Trump Jr. or Ivanka or Eric. They sure didn't care about a father's love of a son when they were going through Barron Trump's underwear drawer after they burst into Trump's home. Funny how that father's love of a son defense only works for a Democrat like Joe Biden. Bottom line is, they're in a lot of trouble. And the fact that the media, oh yeah, they're putting up a token defense for Joe Biden because they instinctively have to. Claire McCaskill is going to Claire McCaskill. MSNBC is going to MSNBC. But ultimately, Joe Biden's in a lot of trouble. And Joe Biden is not going to be the presidential nominee in 2024. He is not going to be on the ticket. He can't withstand all of this. He can barely stand, much less withstand the scrutiny that he's getting over his dealings with his son, Hunter.